3, 2, 1. We're recording.
Hello and welcome back to the Block Update podcast. It is episode 79. As usual, I'm joined by Slack Lizard, affectionately known by his mother as Jonathan, and I, of course, am Foxy No-Tail, affectionately known by my mother as Bayek. Don't let me catch you doing that again.
What'd you do this time? You were just on vacation. What'd you do this time to get yelled at? Jeez, you're always getting yelled at.
But while I was on vacation, called holiday in UK, I was with my mum, believe it or not. Go on holiday with your mum. Yeah. She's got a house down there where I went, so it's free holiday. I like free holidays. Good. I was talking to her about this segment of the podcast that we do, this introduction bit. I even played her a few of the intros, and she thought it was hilarious. And she gave me a bunch more things that I'd forgotten that she used to say to me when I was little. So the list has been extended. So that's good news. So yeah.
Don't let me catch you doing that again. No. Can we get an example of what you were doing?
Oh, I don't know. And whatever kids are not allowed to do, touching things they're not supposed to. You know, hitting your little brother, pushing the cat out the window, I don't know. Poking the rabbit with a stick. As usual, I would like to start the show by reminding everyone that we are supported by Patreon. If you enjoy the show, then you can help us out by going to the Block Update /Patreon, like the 51 amazing patrons have done. It still says Slack, although I don't think it will next week. It still says that James Carter, or that changed the name from Lactating Monk, Stitch Fix, and the Praetor are still our top-tier Minecraft 2.0 patrons. However, I'm not sure who's actually been continuing with it. So we'll find out next month as the next month rolls in. We're only 2 days away from September. Jeez. Can you believe it? Where's September? Where's August gone? What happened?
I don't know. I remember this year, March. I remember flying to the UK, and now it's August, and I'm just like, Where did the year go?
I don't know where it went. Anyway, yes, if you would like to support the show, you can do by going to patreon.com/the Block Update. Prices are per podcast for as little as $1 a podcast. And the minimum perks you'll get are access to our Patreon-only feed for bonus content. This week, we recorded us basically moaning about everything, which is, I don't know whether that's entertaining or just sad.
We're expert at complaining, yeah.
Access to our Patreon-only Discord channels and a just really plain, boring, potentially coloured-in Discord role. That's not very exciting.
That's it. I'm changing my gamer tag to the Grumpy Gamer. Yep.
The Grumpy Gamer. That's the new YouTube channels, the Grumpy Gamer, with 7 Days to Die, other games that you might like, and some Minecraft thrown in for good measure.
And all I do is play a game and just complain the whole time about everything about it.
Yeah, just play games you hate. There's a niche. No one's doing that, Slack. So, if you want, this is followed from the bonus show content we just talked about. So if you want some reference to that, then you better Patreon up. But yeah, there's a niche.
No, there I go. I go play Call of Duty. I rage. I complain. I moan and groan and complain about cheaters the whole time. Yeah, sounds good.
Games I hate with Slack Lizard. That sounds like a series that me and you could do easily without even having to try.
It really does. What's a game that we both don't like? Oh, let's go play Age of Empires this week. Let's go play Age of Empires.
Hey, I like Age of Empires.
You got to pretend you don't.
Oh, no, I hate Age of Empires. It sucks. I'm not playing that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sounds like something we should play then. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of things that suck, Slack, our podcast, I reckon. What do you reckon? People in the feedback telling us how bad it is?
Oh, feedback. Oh, we got one of those sections. I forgot all about that. Hold on.
Yeah, and we do have one that I'm very much looking forward to right at the end, which is an actually Foxy No-Tail. So,
goodness gracious, I see. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we'll start with Purple Hoser, who says, "Hey, Foxy and Slack, listen to the pod about the new EULA changes and remember that MCC Island is a Minecraft partner larger than Hypixel and game passes include skipping the queue. They've recently changed it to priority queuing instead. You were right, Foxy. Even the insiders are suffering from this one. I didn't think that was an issue. I'm sure it doesn't. The queue skipping thing isn't part of the end user license agreement change. All they were saying is that when you're in the game, anyone that has to pay for the game, if this is a public server, anyone that pays has to pay the same price. There can't be any here's a cheap price, here's an advantage price. It's either free or paid or both, and the payments are the same. So the queue scripting thing I think is absolutely fine. And the other thing is, like, in game, you're not allowed to sell anything that gives you an actual advantage against other players. So I don't see how any of those things should suffer from that, really, unless I've got my wires crossed.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, I have no clue on that one.
Okay.
Irish Viking is next and says the root beer you got was from a brand that makes a good ginger beer, not root beer. Ginger beer. Bleh.
It's the only brand that there was in Tesco. I went to look at it again today because I actually quite liked it, but I thought it was £6.90 for 4 bottles of root beer. They're not even very big, so I'm not buying any more. But yeah, I don't have a choice. It's the only one they do.
Hold on. You're going, well, you're staying there. I'm not running away. Hold on.
You're getting breakfast again?
No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. We're just walking in here.
Special delivery, bacon, eggs, sausage, beans, black
No,
pudding.
they had breakfast. They're frying chicken now. Supper's almost ready. Okay. No, look, you talked so much about root beer the other day.
Hey, real root beer.
I had to go get some myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm jelly. Now I'm Jelly Jack.
That's
Slack,
fine.
whatever your name is. That looks good. Yep. That looks really
AEW,
good.
yeah, it's really good. You want some here?
Yeah, send some over, please, bud. Not through the screen, ideally. I'll just set up on my screens and stuff. I don't want to get them wet.
Okay, all right, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, send it through UPS, Slack.
Can I get your email and your PayPal so I can get that all situated?
Yeah, and my bank details. Yeah, no problem. I just had another one now, actually. Speaking of, again, going back to sneak peeks from the bonus show. I take, but I would like to come tomorrow, but I'm currently busy with work. I'll send a DPD postman to your home to give you money in cash and collect the items. So I replied, okay, that's great. I can probably help as I'm a DPD driver. So, yeah.
Anybody that doesn't understand the context of that just got very confused.
Yeah. And then $1, join the bonus show, podcast, patron thing, and you can listen to Shut Up.
Wow.
Cryonic Mitten. No, it's you, isn't it? No, it's me. It's Irish Viking again.
It's Irish Viking again, yeah.
Okay, last feedback from last episode, I promise. As much as you think it's not for you, delivery driving is great. It isn't actually as bad as you think. Everything's done through the app and you can actually make quite a bit in a short time. You also only have to do it when you want. Yeah, I can see there's massive advantages of being a delivery driver, but I can also see I just think it's one of those things that would just really frustrate me. Like being late. I hate being late. I'm always early. If I'm going to meet someone, if I've got to do anything, I mean, if it's a long way away, I'm an hour early or I'm half an hour early. If it's like round the corner, I'm 10 minutes early. Like when I go to Oliver's school, I'm there way before the gates are open or the other parents get there, just because I can't stand being late. So, and you're never ever going to be on time by the end of your delivery shift because you're totally reliant on other people and other people are just totally unreliable.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a delivery driver.
No.
Not that I'm rude to them, but the amount of times I've seen other people be rude to them, no.
Yeah,
I had an incident once when I was working at Wendy's. Somebody came back complaining about their food and threw their hamburger at me. Needless to say, they wore their hamburger afterwards. So somebody trying to complain to me about their package delivery, well, let's see what it looks like wrapped around your face.
Yeah. See if I can fit you in this box.
Yeah. No, wouldn't be for me. I'm just putting that out there.
You think this box is torn now? Imagine how it's going to look when you're inside it.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's the other thing, like, because I wouldn't want to be one of those, like, I get at my house that just dump it on the doorstep or leave it in the garden, don't ring the bell, don't knock on the door. I'd have to do it properly. So I'd probably be waiting on everyone's doorsteps for ages, looking through the windows, see if they're in, double checking. So I'd just be late. I'd be really late and I'd be in trouble. I'd get told off. You only delivered 20 of your items today. You had 4,000. Well, I'd make sure they were in, mate. One of them was, there was a note on the door, said back in 10 minutes. I waited.
How long did that take? 7.5 hours.
Yeah, it was the next day, actually. They came back. Turned out there was a note that was stuck on from last week.
Oh, dear God. Cryonic Mitten is up next. It says, Foxy, thanks for making me laugh. Equals hammer or screwdriver to saw wood. Slack, thanks for mentioning Rook. It was my mother's favorite game, and we played it all the time. I love Rook. I miss Rook.
You're welcome for making you laugh and talking about Rook.
Uh-huh.
Admitting.
Uh-huh.
Thank you for that nice feedback. Extreme Game DNA. Howdy, gents. While listening to the latest pod, 78, yes, in a new world, the moment you touch a block of water, you get a pop-up for new recipes, including boats and rafts. Also, in Java, treasure loot has been removed from AFK fishing in the classic way. You can still get them from fishing in deep water, 3 to 5 blocks deep, but there is a device you can build with skulk sensors and boats to make an AFK fishing spot, and you get the treasures. To me, that's so dumb that you get the recipes when you, do something in the game. Surely if you've got the items, you should be able to craft it. If you've got wood and sticks, why can't I make a boat? You don't need sticks for a boat. You know what I mean?
But I don't know. I'd say the logic in this game doesn't make sense, but then again, there is no logic in this game.
No, the logic seems to be going backwards rather than forwards, the logic in this game.
Yeah. Esper is up next and says, I wanted to say thank you for the way you provide constructive criticism. It's very easy to say, no, that's a stupid idea but much harder to say, let's work together and make that idea better. I don't never say that. I mean, anyways, don't get me wrong. You do occasionally torch something a little abruptly, but all in all, you're doing a good job of engaging the community. It's a rubbish idea. I don't like it.
We can be abrupt sometimes, but and I'm assuming you're talking to the talking about the wish list stuff. Some ideas are stupid, or some things, There's history between me and Slack's conversations that you won't be aware of. There's background noise to our experiences with Minecraft, and sometimes we can just look at something coming from the wish list, and from our perspective, we just know together, no, it's a stupid idea. So it doesn't matter how much workshopping it we did; it was a bad idea to start with. So there's no point in giving it a great deal of time. And it's not necessarily, all good ideas are stupid. Every idea is, never stop giving stupid ideas. It's like, don't be afraid to ask stupid questions, because somebody needs to know. If you ask a question, someone else thinks it's stupid, well, that's just because they know it and you don't. But it's fine. Ask that question. If you come up with a stupid idea, that's just mine and Slack's opinion. It's probably a good idea to you, so add it. If you're good at adding add-ons and stuff like that, do it. But for us, it's not. But there's certain ideas that we get where we think, that's, it's touching on being a good idea, so let's make it what we would consider a better idea. And obviously Slack and I have got very similar playing styles and playing desires and habits, which is why we're able to do that with certain things. And we know there's just absolutely no point with others. And then obviously there's those occasions where I want redstone that sticks to the walls and ceilings and Slack doesn't want any of it. So
Rubbish idea. Rubbish.
Okay, right. It is the one. It is the actually Foxy No Tail and Slack. It's from Cinnabald, who says, hello, Foxy and Slack. The feedback. I got quite annoyed at episode 77 shaders. You took a bad take. Bedrock now has shaders, so this must mean they can be as customized as Java. And instead of actually explaining, you just ranted about saying Bedrock has no shaders. You're both tech savvy, so this irritated me a lot. The book, feel free to ignore. Shaders are computer programs that usually run directly on your graphics hardware to calculate how everything looks. Most 3D games use shaders, even Bedrock uses shaders, but the chances of Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo letting anyone run completely custom programs directly on your console graphics is fairly slim. So Mojang implemented a set of shaders they call deferred lighting pipeline that... Okay. I get you. I hear you, Cinnabald. But you're doing what a lot of people do when they comment and looking way too much at the detail and not any of the context. So you're absolutely right. Shaders exist for everything that's being produced visually from a game or a piece of hardware to the screen in order to make it do it. But Java Edition shaders, in that case, are not shaders. Bedrock Edition shaders, in that case, are not shaders. But the community as a whole, and the development community and the modding community, knows those things that happen with Java Edition to be called shaders. And what we used to have with Bedrock Edition wasn't that what you're talking about. It was just, the code that programmed how materials would look and how blocks would render. So it kind of was shaders, but it kind of wasn't. But it was known by the community as shaders. My point wasn't that there's no shaders. My point was, please, the whole community, don't refer to this new thing in Bedrock as shaders because it's not what you think it is. This was a really bad thing for everyone to suddenly jump on and go, hey, we've got shaders for Bedrock Edition, as in akin to what you've got on Java Edition, and everybody getting hopes up and expectations that we're going to have all of these fancy things when we're not. So it was me trying to say, no, hold back, hold on. That's not what it is. This is something different. But you're right. Technically speaking, it's not shaders. None of it's shaders. They're all just, the way Minecraft's programmed to make it look nice. Well, it is shaders and it's complicated. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The fact is, don't look at the detail, look at the context. Don't need to correct somebody. Well, that's not actually the color blue. It's actually aqua.
They all may be sodas, okay? You may drink Pepsi, I may drink Coke and everything like that. And you're used to Minecraft giving you, let's say, Pepsi, all right? And now all of a sudden they're offering you, Mr. Pip. It ain't Pepsi, okay? It may be a soda, so it may be technically a shader, but it's not what you think it is.
Yeah, that was my point. It's not what people are thinking it is because there's so many content creators, news articles, things online of people talking about shaders in totally the wrong context and with giving people false hope of something that we haven't got and we're not getting. So, yeah. Sorry to call you out in a funny way. It was intended to be funny. That feedback's actually really useful feedback. It's very valuable, and I do enjoy feedback like that, so keep it coming. And it gives us more of an opportunity to clarify and talk about it. So, yes, thank you very much for that feedback. But it's also good to make fun of people, so got him.
Got him.
Sorry, Cinnamon. Okay, that's it for feedback. If you would like to tell us what we actually meant when we meant something else, then you can do by leaving us an email at news@theblogupdate.com, filling in the feedback form on the website, or joining our Discord. The links for all of those things are in the description. It's time for the news, Slack, and what a week of news it's been, because we had a week off last week.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like there was a lot of news, to be honest.
Well, there's a bit. We've actually got 4 changelogs, and we got the big news that Minecraft Bedrock 1.20.20 has been delayed until 1.20.30, and that was actually written in the 1.20.30.22 changelog here. It says, thank you all who participated in 1.20.20.xx Minecraft preview and betas. We have a lot of exciting fixes, but we broke, so we're going to put it out later. I'm paraphrasing. It's not what it had. Cinnabald, hold back. I know that's not what it actually said, but for context, that's what it means. Okay.
Sitting here looking at this, I don't like that. Yeah, what you're showing right now, I don't like that.
The updated play screen, Slack.
That
you don't
horrible.
like it?
That looks horrible.
It does, doesn't it? It does. Have you played with it?
No.
It's ugly. It is really ugly. That's one version of it. The other version is, let me just get rid of that screen a second, see if I can find it on Twitter, because there's another version of it that, I don't think I'll be able to because it was from ages ago, forget it, doesn't matter, that was worse. So this isn't as bad as the other one. There's 2 versions. There's this one here, and then the other one had thumbnails with a tiny little bit of text underneath, and like 3 of them, and I don't mind the design. What I dislike is the user interface. They're so big. They're so big. You can't see any of your worlds.
It looks like that's designed with only a phone in mind.
Yeah, so they do have different versions for different UI things. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag over this. So I made a bunch of ones that I sent over to Mojang to say, hey, this would be better. So this is my idea for like a 4K big screen. So you can see a lot of your worlds. They don't need to be just one world. I've also added in there a search bar and you can change between looking for survival and creative ones. This was one with slightly less dense. So for something like your phone or your console or something like that, where you've got a slightly smaller screen or slightly smaller UI. And then I did this one, which was a variation of the thing that they did, where they only could fit 3 worlds on one screen. So on this one, you can see the search bar and stuff's at the bottom. But then I think those, when you're looking at your world screens, when you're like me and you've got hundreds of worlds, you want to see more, not less, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But whereas these, you could see like, look, there's 2 worlds on one screen.
That's horrible.
What if you've got, like, if I load up Minecraft, I've got over 1,000 worlds.
Yeah.
Take me forever to scroll through all of those. And you look at the friends thing, tucked away at the top right corner.
Yeah. No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Well, the good news is, Slack, that they are looking for feedback on this, and they're looking forward to feedback. And the problem is, though,
type rubbish?
They didn't get any feedback. Do you know why they didn't get any feedback?
Because they didn't, announce it?
No, because the feedback link that they put in the game to give feedback on it didn't work. Which is fixed in the next changelog. We'll get to that. But yeah, I also sent that feedback on the day that this came out with those designs that I did, and it is still to this date pending approval. So you would think that's a good idea to send feedback, but is it? I think they only actually approve. If you look at the feedback that's actually on there, it's all really positive. It's all really positive. Awesome. Would be better. Yeah, well, the toggle switch. But yeah, generally speaking, when I read through this, it was mostly positive. So I think they're just letting through the things they like and just not the things they don't. So yeah, new play screen. It sucks, and they need to change it. I'm all up for the new change, the new design. Great. I think the old one sucks as well, but I kind of like the dark color. I kind of like the simplicity of it, but I just think we need to be able to see more. I don't need a photo gallery in my worlds. That's not what I'm looking for. Not looking for a photo gallery at all. Don't care what the picture is. Who actually uses the picture? Because that picture changes as soon as you log out. You're probably looking in a chest or at the floor, or you just died screen. That picture's not useful. It's the word, which I get. Most people's worlds will be my world. My world 1, my world 2, my world, my world, my world. So they need a date on there. Do you remember how it is at the moment with the date and the file size? You can tell which one is the most recent one by whether the file size is bigger and the date.
Yep.
These are missing that.
Yeah, that's crucial info. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you've got 4,000 my worlds and every single one of the thumbnails is you looking at your feet, how do you know which one's the most recent? So stupid. It'll be the one at the top. Yeah, but it will unless your brother or sister's been playing on it, or you've logged into an old one because you wanted to check something out from a different world or a creative version of it. No, people don't all play the same. We all play different. We need it to act different. Okay.
Rubbish.
Okay, other things that's changed in this, calibrated sculpt sensors, amethyst crystal now lights up alongside the rest of the block during its active phase, which is nice. Hanging signs placed with commands will now have a proper hitbox. They fixed Bedrock dedicated servers memory leak. Big problem. That's been a problem for over a year. And on the change...
Are they talking about the one where the RAM just keeps getting used, and then we crash?
Yeah. And if that's the same change log as it was, I assume it will be, but the comments on this were basically saying, oh, we can't find a fix, doesn't seem to be a problem. And then now all of a sudden they've decided to fix it. So fingers crossed that is that one, because that's been driving me nuts.
Yeah, that's an annoying one.
Like we've had to bump TB up, I think, to like 12 gigabytes, just so that we don't have to reset it more than once a day.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. The rest of it's pretty much nonsense. There is the pause menu. The pause menu, because you can pause Minecraft Bedrock Edition Slack, can't you?
No.
So they've renamed it to game menu to stop people moaning about the fact that you can't pause the game. Rather than adding in a pause, we'll just change the name.
That's a typical Mojang fix right there.
Yeah. And then the recipe unlocking game rule is now going to be enabled by default on all new worlds. It won't affect existing worlds, though. So that's about it. Unless you're really bothered about your crossbow losing durability just from drawing it. Now it won't lose any until it shoots the arrow. So that's good.
Crossbow's pointless on Bedrock Edition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, put it in the bin with the Wandering Trader.
It's completely rubbish. Oh, but you can use firework rockets. No, because they don't work the same. This is one of those where, okay, I'm going to stand in front of a wall 2 blocks away and I'm going to shoot a firework rocket. And The expected reaction, shoot wall, explode. Real reaction, shoot wall, go that way, 30 blocks, then blow up. Yeah, no.
It's good, isn't it? Works well.
No.
Okay, that is it for that snapshot. But don't worry, peeps. Preview even. We have another preview. Minecraft beta and preview 1.20.30.24 has come out. And this sounds pretty much nothing in it apart from they fixed the feedback button for the new play screen. So it actually does link to the feedback page. So now they might actually get feedback, but now they'll realise they're getting feedback. They'll just not approve any of it because they don't like it.
Yep.
No, I'm sure that's not the case. I'm sure there's probably just a massive backlog of just total rubbish feedback in there. And I'm assuming the approval process will be semi-manual to stop all sorts of stuff going on that they don't want on there. So, yeah, I just imagine it's a backlog rather than them actually filtering it out. But it just can't feel that way when you see the junk that's on there and you've put in something that's actually useful for people and it just gets ignored. Jeez. The new death screen now has partial support for colour static obfuscation for formatting codes. You know when you do your Alt-0176?
Yep.
So, like, if you've been... It does like the new death screen... I don't know what you would change the colour on them there, whether that's like a... If it's you've been hit by a custom sword or a custom item or something.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I know this was bothered a lot of people for a long time. Player entities now play the appropriate sounds when entering and exiting water. I don't know what those sounds are. I imagine when you're entering, it's you're holding your breath. And when you get out, you go like you do in all other games.
Okay.
And no, that's a Java thing. Yeah, tripwire hooks, Slack, no longer have delayed deactivation towards the southwest.
We'll see.
So that's the third time they've said they've fixed tripwire hooks in as many weeks. And this one I found interesting. I haven't read the bug report, but it says fixed a problem where blocks rendering wasn't updated unless the player jumped.
Yeah, that sounds like the whole pillaring up getting knocked off.
But why would it only render blocks if you know when you jumped?
This is
a lot of nonsense there. I'm not even going to look at it.
No, that's a lot of no.
And that's pretty much it. Apart from one big parity change that I forgot about. Mobs will now set the targets on fire if they are on fire when attacking. So drowns, hooks, zombies, zombie-fied villagers, they're on fire and hit you, you get set on fire. Which I've been wanting for a long time, actually. I don't know why I wanted it. It just felt weird that it didn't happen because I played Java for so long. So that's nice to see that, although I'm sure that'll upset a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, somebody will complain about it.
Yeah.
Not us, but somebody will.
No. As long as you can't put them in boats at the same time, that's fine. Where? Huh? Okay, so that's it for that preview. Load of API stuff and nonsense, but that's about it for that one. Java Edition, 2 snapshots, Slack. With not very much in. Not actually very much in terms of game changes at all. However, this one, which is Java Edition Snapshot 23W33A, you know how we had all of that player reporting, chat reporting stuff that set the internet on fire?
Yep.
Well, now you can report a player's skin and their name and their skin. If a player's skin gets banned, that skin, whichever skin they've used, is totally banned from being able to be used on Minecraft by anyone at any time. So I don't know if they're like... Because obviously you could just rename it. Is it looking at the name of the skin? Because I'm sure a lot of people's skins will be their username or like skin, you know? So it's got to look at like each individual pixel and each individual colour of each pixel, really, surely, to actually suggest whether they're identical or not.
Well, that means nothing to us on Bedrock.
No, I know it doesn't make any difference on Bedrock, but I just thought that was I wonder how they're doing that.
I have no clue.
Yeah, so that's interesting, and you can, if you've got a name that people don't like, you can be reported for that, and then they can stop you from playing multiplayer until you change your name. So, yeah. Sponges and wet sponges now have their own custom sounds, don't know what they are, and there's been a whole bunch of changes to how mobs can attack players on Java Edition. So before on Java Edition, this was a couple of tweets sent out by, I think it was Nembomb, and then Izuma did a video on it. where you could stand on a 1.5 block tall block and an enderman couldn't hit you. But now, in order for a mob to be able to not hit you or track you, the hitboxes need to be completely separate. So if you're on a 3 block tall block, then an enderman can't get you. But if you're on 2.5, it can get you, and so on and so forth. So they need to the hitboxes basically need to be able to overlap slightly for those entities to be able to get you, which I think's a good change, really, because it stops them like getting you through corners of blocks and things like that. So it should make it more easy to actually determine when and where a mob should be able to hit you and be a lot more consistent.
Interesting.
So that's that. There's a bunch of technical changes and stuff I don't understand, a bunch of bug fixes as usual. If you want to read all of this, the links to these changelogs will be in the description below. And the next one is Snapshot 23W35A, which basically just updated Java. And that's in a few bug fixes as well, which, again, we're not going to read. So that's it for news, Slack, unless you know anything that I don't.
No. Been pretty quiet that I've seen on the news front.
Yeah, so I think the only thing that we can take from this, considering all that time off they had in the summer, and now all this time where Snapshot's realistic, a bit Bedrock's getting a few big things coming to it still. But I think there's a lot going on that we're not seeing to do with the next update, because it is quiet, isn't it?
It's definitely quiet.
Yeah.
And if we get some rubbish update, I feel sorry for the game. I'll be honest with you. We need something substantial this time. We need something technical this time. And we need more.
There's got to be. They really do. Like we said before, they need a make or break moment, or this is a make or break moment. They need a wow moment. If they have another wet fart of a Minecon show, which is just total meh, that doesn't actually do anything. Oh, we got a new update for Legends, and if you remember Dungeons, you can still play that. And what's coming to the game? Well, we haven't finished it yet, so new things. We need some hype. We need some hype in this game.
Yeah, we do.
And we need them to stop listening to the negative feedback from all of the negative feedback places like Twitter and whatnot, because that's what stops them doing the hype stuff. So they just need to close their ears and close their eyes and just shout about all the cool stuff that's coming and ignore anything negative about it and just do it.
But do you expect that to happen?
No. Right, that is it for the news. It is time for the bug date. Find out what's been bugging everyone in Minecraft this week. Slack, I notice you have a bug. What's your bug?
No, literally one of them that we just covered that hopefully got fixed. It's the whole pillaring up, getting knocked off your pillar because it's not registering the blocks.
Yeah.
It's just, I went to play Minecraft, I think it was day before yesterday for the first time in like 2 weeks. And I was building some custom trees on the old Slackville. And every time I went to pillar up, just boop, pushed right off the side. It's just, honestly, it makes me just want to close the game. It's like, really?
It's been getting worse. Like, I didn't used to get hardly any of that, just random damage at no point. But every single stream I've done recently, I've just been getting random damage all the time. And it's really annoying.
Yeah, it's a very annoying bug.
Yeah. Oh, man. Right, what's the other peeps got to say? We've only got 4 this week. First one from Extreme Game DNA, almost. I can nearly say that name. Greetings, gentlemen. As a mainly Java player, I've noticed a bug that's been getting on my nerves. When using Elytra and going in water, you cannot enter swim mode while having your Elytra equipped. Haven't had a chance to file a bug report yet, or check to see if it affects Bedrock as well. We've never been able to do it on Bedrock, so perhaps that's a little bit of backwards parity that's gone across. Doesn't happen very often.
Oh, wasn't that? Oh, welcome to some Bedrock parody coming to y'all, huh?
Yeah, let's take this thing that everybody hates and push it on both versions, rather than giving everybody what they wanted.
Yeah, sounds legit.
To be fair,
I would recommend.
You shouldn't be able to use Elytra underwater or rockets.
We shouldn't.
But we like to.
Well, yeah.
And why not? The game's supposed to be fun, right? It's not about being real or being realistic. It's about being fun. Why not?
No, that's why we can't have sharks. Too realistic. That's why we couldn't have, what was it? Fireflies, because frogs eat fireflies? Because it's too realistic? Get out of here with that. Come on.
No, because the fireflies make the frogs poorly, Slack, in real life. That's why. Don't want poorly frogs, do we? We don't want them sicking up like frog lice.
Yeah, because every time I go to the nether in real life, I'm worried about the magma cubes hitting me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. So, that sucks. Okay, next bug.
M2 Lansky says, I found a bug where building over height 250, the player starts to suffocate as he was falling through blocks, and when I eat over the platform, I just fall.
I think it feels like we're missing a sentence here.
Yeah, it really does.
We're going to assume we're missing a sentence there, M2 Lansky. If you can give us a little bit more detail for next week, that would be very handy. Thank you. Prater says, update to my realm nether portal bug. Tried placing the portal on the nether side in the exact coordinate to link up with the overworld, and I'm still taking suffocation damage. And now I'm even taking suffocation damage from a friend's nether portal, and that hasn't been edited in any way. And I have seen a ridiculous number of people writing in the bug, replies to this on the podcast, on my servers and stuff. Loads and loads of people taking nether portal damage all of a sudden. It's back with a vengeance, this bug.
Yeah, it hit Slackville the other day, our main nether hub. People are dying. We had to put up regeneration beacons there and advise people to use turtle helmets in order to not die going through portals. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy that can be back in again.
But works as intended, right?
They fixed it. Not broken. They fixed it. It came back. No, we fixed it. Fixed it before.
Job security is what that is. Somebody's like, let me just reinsert this code in here.
I'm running out of bugs to fix. Put some of them back in. Brilliant.
Look, if I'm the only one that knows how to fix this bug, they can't fire me.
Yeah, I get Star of the Week again, Employee of the Month. You fixed that bug 3 times before, and I'm really good at it. Really good at that one.
Yeah. You all just keep bringing it back. I'm the only one that can fix it, yeah.
Maybe they've got inter-office competitions. How fast can you fix a bug? And he's like, I'm going to win this one next week.
or maybe it's, who can be the biggest troll. What bug can we sneak back in?
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Okay. The last
Rebel
bug.
Rufus 7, says, hello, if you swim under a bed, then sleep in it, the swimming animation will continue while you were sleeping. Quite funny. Yeah, another one of those. Why is it a bug? Why is it there?
You're just dreaming of sleeping. That makes sense. If you've been swimming and you go to sleep, you're going to dream of sleeping. Swimming.
Was that a word?
Yeah. It's in there somewhere. Just have to unfold it. It's an anagram. Figure it out.
Good talk. Good talk.
In the unlikely event that you think you found a bug in Minecraft, then please let us know by emailing us, news@theblockupdate.com, filling out the feedback form on the website, which is theblockupdate.com, or joining our Discord. And if you can link a bug report as well, not only can we show it on the video version and in the live show, but we can also list it on our website and hopefully get more upvotes and them fixed, just so that they can bring them back again. Amazing. Now, Slack, it is tip of the week time. And we have a book. Our first tip of the week book.
Why is there a book?
Speaking of tips of the week, peeps, if you would like to send us in a tip of the week, you can do. We only accept these through our website feedback form. We don't want them in the Discord because they're secret until they go on the show. We don't want people having tips until we're ready to share them. And there's no point in sending emails anymore. Even why I've said email us at the news@theblockupdate.com. We've got 2 people that still email them. One of them says, I like playing Fortnite.
Yeah, I've seen that. That was great. I got a copy of that one, yeah.
So don't bother sending. Just put it in the feedback form. Jeez. Nobody, 2023. You want some tips? I'll give you some tips. Inhales. Wearing a pumpkin head will stop Endermen from being aggressive to you when you look at them. Using a fishing rod in PvP is helpful if you want to blind your enemy because the bobble from the fishing rod obscures the enemy view. Only works in Java Edition. If you want to have an automatic farm that drops XP without building a construction, consider taming a few dogs and putting them in minecarts or boats where all the mobs fall. The fall will have to be 24 blocks at the most, so the mob does not die of fall damage and the wolf will easily attack it, dropping XP and loot. I don't think if a dog kills it, Yeah, don't get XP, do you? The dog kills it. If it's your dog, maybe.
If it's your dog, you should.
Oh, myth busting, Slack. Do your pets get you XP when they kill something?
Oh, I like this. Yep.
An easy method to get XP and drops while AFK, it says. Sorry, that was finishing off that last tip. When making soul sand elevator, most players have a separate elevator going down with a magma block that pulls you down. Don't do this. Instead, use a powder snow block with a carpet over it because the speed of falling is faster than magma blocks pulling you down. Yes, I use that. Couldn't agree more. Magma block downwards elevators are pointless for humans, best for items and entities. When fighting the creeper early game, you know that the damage is calculated from the explosion point where your feet are. So if you want, you can place any block in front of your feet and only take half a heart of damage with no armor on. Yeah, that's great, unless the creeper's close enough to you that you can't place the block, at which point you're fiddling about with your inventory, trying to find a block to put down. The creeper's in front of you. You're trying to place a block, it won't place because the creeper's there, and then boom, you died because you just run away. Just turn around and walk away. You are faster than a creeper.
Turn around.
Just turn around. Okay. Slack, what's your life tip of the week this week?
The category is called Tip of the Week, not Tips of the Week. So please send in one at a time with your submissions.
The tip of the week is to send in a tip of the week rather than, multiple tips of the week. Or, if you've got multiple tips, just break them into multiple tips, and that gives us more weeks worth of tippers of the week. A good idea, isn't it?
That's tipping, isn't it? That's tipping good time.
Very good tips. Right. We're getting through these sections, Slack. I told you it was going to be a short podcast this week. Jeez.
Look, I'm telling you, this section here that you just dropped your cursor onto, I got nothing for it.
Yeah, I wrote, so the section we're talking about is Our Week in Minecraft. So it's technically we've got 2 weeks since we last did a podcast. In that time, I have done 2 live streams, and I can't remember what I did in either of them. I think, I built a little bit of a harbour, didn't I? Like on my industrial
I think you
area.
do have something. I don't think you've discussed this in the podcast yet. I saw you were live on YouTube and Twitch at the same time.
Oh, yes. Yes, I was. I cheated.
Yep, you cheated. But you followed the rules.
I did. So, for people that don't know, Twitch recently made it illegal to multi-stream to any other platform that they are in competition with, such as Kick or YouTube. They don't mind TikTok, I don't think, and they don't mind Discord. But basically, anything that's a competitive platform, they don't allow it. Doesn't matter whether you're a partner, affiliate, or just a streamer, you're not allowed. So but the thing is, as far as I understand with the terms and conditions, you're not allowed to stream the same content on 2 platforms. So I thought, how can I make? I've never multi-streamed to both, but I wanted to do it because I wanted to see if I could work this theory. So how can I make one live stream into 2 separate pieces of content? So obviously when I'm playing Minecraft, I am recording from my player's point of view. I got all my stream redemptions and chat on screen and all the noises and the whistles and the bings and the bongs and the dings and the dongs. And I thought, using this new camera system, what if I, without telling any of the other TB members because they tell me off, sneak in a little bit of a beta API script onto the TB server that only affects my alt account Chuck Loader, and it makes him basically invisibly follow me around, but using the camera thing in order to basically spin a third-person camera around my player and follow me around that way, and then stream his view to YouTube with my music and my voice, but stream my first-person stuff with all the other stuff to Twitch as normal and see how that went. And I thought people would hate it because you'd think, it clips through walls and stuff. It goes through things. It's not great, but people seem to really enjoy it, which is weird.
I like that.
Twitch didn't seem to care, so that's good news.
Now, the only technical thing on that, I think you got to use separate video feeds, which you did. Mm-hmm. And I even think you got to use separate mic feeds. Because I was curious about that when I saw you doing it, because I dug into it. I think that's the only other thing you'd have to do is use separate mic feeds.
Well, it just said, all it said was, I'd have to read it again because it was a while since I read it, but I'm sure it just said you can't upload the same or stream the same content. Now, yeah, you could argue if you were just listening to it in your headphones, it would sound similar. But
Yeah,
if you
true.
look at those audio tracks side by side, you'll see that the YouTube one didn't have any of the sound alerts. It didn't have any of the stream redemption noises or anything like that. It only had the music and my voice.
Oh,
So
I
they would
agree.
look different. They're not identical. So how silly would Twitch get on that? You know?
Don't know. But I love the idea of it. And I like the add-on you made there. Win, please.
Well, I didn't know if it would be successful if it worked, but I'm sure I could make it work with other people's camera accounts. So
I have a camera account that I could stream to YouTube as well. Yeah, sounds good. I'll take it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll sort that out this week then.
Sounds good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was, and that's really easy to do as well, because with these beta API add-ons, you don't even need to restart the server. You just need to change the code and just type in reload in the server control panel, and Bob's your uncle. There you go.
Beautiful.
So, the only thing I don't like, and it really frustrates me, that the camera system is coming out of experimental now, and that's that if the camera's disconnected from the player, which it is, you still need to keep that player somewhere near the other player, otherwise the player goes out of render distance, right?
Yeah.
So, which I guess kind of makes sense, but you would think the camera being somewhere else would keep it in render distance, especially if those chunks are being loaded by the other player, but it doesn't work like that. So occasionally, basically I've written it so when I get, I think, more than like 40 blocks away from Chuck, he teleports to me. But because it's in spectator mode, it doesn't affect anything. But whenever he teleports, it makes his camera just jump for no reason, because it's disconnected. Why would it make any difference? The camera is pointing in a totally different place, and it's not related to him at all, his position. It's totally related to Foxy No-Tail's position. Yet as soon as he teleports, it goes, beep. It's really weird. Quite jarring, but not a lot I can do about that. Sadly.
It is what it is.
So yeah, that's all I've done in Minecraft. What about you, Slack?
Aside from one stream on Slackville building some trees, nothing.
Fair enough.
Nothing.
Well, there we go. Racing through the podcast. Let's hope the wish list can give us something to get our teeth into then. Starting with blazethecursed, who says, "Hello, Block Update crew. I know you guys said the Wandering Trader is done and gone, but I think I have an idea that will give him purpose. Starting with linking his spawn to a village bell. Only one trader per village. Then reskin him to a cross of what he currently is and a librarian from any other village other than the one you're currently in. His trades reflect those of the other village. His trades should stay limited like they are currently, 1 or 2 trades as he locks up. I think this might be a good way of showing that other village types have different enchanted books and can give... I think they've missed a bit out there where he should have enchanted books.
Yeah, you definitely missed that part, yeah.
But I think what they're saying is that so the Wandering Trader appears at a village wearing a different type of village's robes.
Skin,
So let's say they turn up in the plains, but it ends up like it comes as a swamp villager. Yeah, and it's got a couple of the swamp villager books. I think that's actually a really good idea. That's an actual good way of getting people to know that other villages have other traits.
But, okay, so how would they even know it's a swamp? Because there's no swamp village by default.
Well, it would make sense if when you go to trade with it, it would say swamp villager in its name. Or even have its name above its head.
But then it's no longer the Wandering Trader. It's a swamp villager Wandering Trader.
Yeah, fine. Does it matter? We got rid of the Wandering Trader. We're just now having wandering villagers that go, like any game you play, like Age of Empires, like you said. Any game where there's like factions or things, you always have trade routes, right? You always have something going from one place to the other, trading items or something. Why not? Why don't just... I know it doesn't actually have to go from one village to another, but why can't you just pretend he is? Just have him turn up. Like, I'm from this village. I've got these books. You want to trade?
Okay, I kind of like it. I got to ask, is your mic messing up? Because I'm hearing some robotic stuff coming through.
Oh, no, don't tell me that. Is it?
Anybody else hearing it, or is it just me at the end of it? It's almost like Charlie Brown's teacher or something.
Is it better now? It could be that my microphone, it doesn't like being downwards.
I am hearing a lot of weird interference.
Oh, man.
Maybe it's just my end.
1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, yeah, it's going crazy. Oh, no, I hate this microphone. Oh, that means this recording's going to be awful. 1, 2. 1, 2. Does that work better? Hello? 1, 2.
That seems good at the moment.
It just doesn't like being... That's useful. It hates it. It hates being the other way round. It's just such a stupid microphone. I want my other one back. There we go. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you okay. I just noticed it, and I noticed it like 5 minutes ago, but it was progressively getting worse by the minute.
Oh, man. Oh, that's going to be a nightmare to edit. Great. Oh, well. Oh, well. It could be worse. All right, let's try and get
Irish
it to work.
Viking, it's like, it sounded fine. It may have sounded fine to you from a listener standpoint. From an editing standpoint, any change in your microphone is a nightmare.
Yeah. I'll be able to just cut that section out and just run some extra strong noise reduction on that and hopefully clean that up a bit.
Yeah,
speaking of, I saw. Did I write it down? There was video when I was away. You know, I was talking about just sitting there for ages, just listening to watching YouTube videos and things. Mm-hmm. So one just popped up as this like a plugin, like a VST plugin that you can run on audio. I don't know if it works live for like OBS, but I assume it would do. But it was the most advanced like noise reduction / reverb reduction thing you've ever seen. And it's totally free, but you have to give them your email address to download it. And I believe it's in the terms and conditions that it sends your audio to them to basically improve it because it's all AI driven. I don't know how much of your audio it sends, whether it's all of it or not. I might download that and see if that's any good because the stuff the guy was doing on the YouTube video sounded fantastic.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, where were we? We were talking about this wandering idiot being a village idiot instead.
Sure. Yeah, it's something new. I'm fine with it. Yep.
Good idea. I'll do. I'll get creative with that, and when I'm putting it into the actual good ideas bin. But yeah, we'll throw that on there. Brilliant. Well done.
Gavity is up next and says, "Gentlemen, allowing soul torches to be used when crafting a jack-o'-lantern to emit a blue variant. Thoughts?"
None of the lights in Minecraft are different colours. They're all the same.
They're all the same. Oh, but I put down a glow. I put down this, and no, it's all the same light.
I wouldn't mind that, like a slightly dimmer one. I think that could be good for like Halloween builds where you are wanting that different variation of the light level. So I haven't got a problem with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Make it work. Yeah. Make it so. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. But it won't be a different color unless you're using like RTX or something.
Yeah. Or them fancy shaders.
Yeah, those fancy shaders that we've got now.
Yeah.
Xenon177 says, in Legends, they released an update to be able to pet animals. I read it in an article, and I wouldn't dare to spend money on this bad of a game. I think there should be a thing in regular Minecraft too. I even thought I wouldn't, even though I wouldn't use it myself. Yeah, this is again, I saw something online about this the other day as well. Like there's a meme going around about like pet the dog. Like this game's got a dog in it, but can you pet it? And like these development companies are having to now go out of their way to add in extra features to the game just so you can pet a dog or pet an animal that's in the game, even though it does nothing for the game. And I just think it's a total waste of time.
No, I don't think it should be something added in because you're going to get some people who immediately would walk up and pet the dog, then kill the dog. No.
Yeah, exactly. No. I mean, I wouldn't mind being able to pet the dogs or the cats in Minecraft, but if it did something, if you go to stroke the dog and it would, made it happier and made it slightly more loyal to it or something, or if it had a loyalty scale or something, I don't know. Yeah. But just being able to pet it for no reason, I just think it's a waste of good development time. So, sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Xenon's up again, and they say a hopper that moves items up. I know we already have item elevators, but this would be so much more convenient if you did. Well, you literally just said we got things to already do elevators going up.
I nearly did a video on what I thought was a secret hopper in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. There is a secret hopper in Minecraft Bedrock Edition, and it used to work, but it doesn't anymore. You can set a hopper state so that the hopper's actually pointing upwards, and it used to actually transfer items upwards, but it doesn't anymore. It just no longer has a little bit at the bottom. But you can still set the state. So I agree, Xenon. I don't want water elevators are great, but they're just such a pain. And item elevators, if they're solid, are a pain because it's a big thing. I would like upwards hoppers. Why not?
I mean, I don't want another hopper. Just make us be able where we can place it facing the other direction. I'll be fine with that.
Yeah, like you said, like you've got the dropper evators and stuff. Yeah, but
they're annoying and they're noisy.
Noisy, annoying, and laggy. So yeah, can we put it in good idea? Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's just the same hopper and we can just place it pointing upwards.
Put it upwards. Yeah. Yep. Excellent. Okay. Good.
See, I don't always say no to stuff.
That's 3 in a row. Good ideas. No, it isn't. We got one that's not. But 3 out of 4 that we haven't really made any major changes to. This is good. Must be in a good mood this week. Yeah. Wouldn't have thought so from the bonus show, but. Uma-chan says, "Hi, Foxy and Slack. Here's my attempt to make the Wandering Trader useful." Oh, another one. "I wish there was a way to request a specific stack of items from the trader. For example, I request a stack of slime balls or other item from them, and 2 Minecraft days later, they have it available. I guess it could be behind a tiered profession level wall, much like a villager trading for the sake of balance. I think that'd be too complicated, but I kind of like the idea, but I don't think it'd be too complicated.
No.
But that kind of would make him useful. If someone came along and was like, okay, I'd really like that last sapling of this other type and I haven't got any. If I could just request birch saplings, for instance, or, whatever you haven't got. And then a few days, like actual in-game days later, he turns up and he's got like a handful of birch saplings. I think that would be good, but that totally goes against Mojang's like new desire for us. We must explore.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think in the next update, actually, I've figured it out. 1.20.21. No, 1.21. I know what it's going to be. Right? When you start, you've got nothing, but you're surrounded by, you're in the middle of a chunk at the bottom of the world, surrounded by obsidian, and you've got to mine out of that with your bare hands. You get nothing, right? And then you end up like they're going to add treacle to the game, or they might even do it as tar. Yeah, and then you got to wade through a tar pit, and all of this is just really, really slow, really, really boring, grindy stuff. In order to just to slow that game down, because obviously the early game, the progression's too fast. They've got to slow it down somehow, and that sounds like a really easy fix to me.
I mean, I guess they could just make our characters get overweight, and unless you're eating healthy food, your character gets fat, and then you move slower, and you can't jump. Yeah, you can't jump.
Too many items. There you go, inventory management sorted. We don't have to change the size of the inventory. We'll just have the player being encumbered if he's holding too much stuff to encourage you to have less things. Yeah. There you go. You got more than 5 things in your inventory. Sorry, too heavy. Got to go slow now.
Yeah. Got to take away half your speed. Yeah.
Oh, could you imagine? Could you imagine doing some insta-mining down underground if you got encumbered? Like, what would it be? Let's say it was like 9 stacks of stone or something like that, and then you start slowing down.
Yeah, so you have to fill your inventory slots with sticks so that it's not too much. And then you're going to have to rely on the lace to pick up the drops and take them and sort them for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep. That's how they intend for you to play the game.
I could see that happening. Yep. I could really see that happening.
Yeah, oh, you jump in the water and you're too much inventory. You're going to the bottom. You can't swim up no more.
You can't swim up. Amazing. Yes. Add it. Do it. Oh, man, I could probably add that with an add-on. That would be a really interesting game mode, actually, being encumbered. Right, anyway, let's move on before I get excited.
Strength potions would have a purpose then.
Yeah. Yeah, you take a strength potion, now you can actually swim up. You're not going to drown. Amazing. Okay.
Where are we at?
Eye of the Night, I think.
Eye of the Night says, I would like a randomized drop for different flowers from iron golems. Might be nice to have something other than poppies.
No, I don't want any other. In fact, take the poppies off them. I don't. No. Why do they need to have poppies?
Yeah, good idea. Remove poppies. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Oh, hang on a minute. Good idea. Remove poppies.
Yep.
Yeah, the other issue with my microphone pointing down like this is it's going to pick up my keyboard a lot more than it did before, which is really nice.
I just heard that. It's really nice, yeah.
And the reason why you guys in the Discord chat are telling me that you didn't hear any of that noise is because you guys are going through a noise filter, but the podcast recording is not. It's raw. So, yeah. Okay, the Green Warden says, Slack and Foxy, what do y'all think of these ideas? Oh, we got a bunch of ideas. You ready, Slack? Quick fire ideas round.
Okay, is this
yes
quick,
or no maybes?
Okay. All right.
Parrots in all forests for ambience.
No.
Climbable chains for fun.
No.
Creepers drop all blocks so can rebuild.
Yes.
Yes. Reduce gas spawning because there are always 3 of them.
No, there's only 2. That's what the density check is. You're totally wrong on that if you got 3.
Yeah, and it's fine. Rideable everything because this is Minecraft, not real world. Rideable parrots.
No. Okay, so you killed the idea there when you said parrots, so no. Yeah, no.
Rideable frogs, that'd be good fun, wouldn't it? I think, yeah, why not? Rideable everything.
Rideable villagers. Can I put a saddle on a villager?
Yeah, rideable villagers. Oh, come on. Let's have that one.
All right, fine. Yes, everything rideable. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Let me just mark that on before I give you the rest of these quickfire ones. Believe it or not, there are more. Paper instead of leather items frame so we don't have to kill cows.
No.
No. Axe, no leaf damage because it's simply annoying. Is this even possible? Can't find JSON files for the tools. No, you won't be able to do that.
No.
The axe is slower with leaves anyway. Just stop pointing at the leaf.
Yeah. But no.
Okay. Well, there we go. We got 2 good ideas out of that list there. Who's next?
Xeon's up next and says, it would be nice if we could wear banners like pillagers do and also apply it to other mobs.
I do like the idea that you can have banners on shields now, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like I think we mentioned it before actually on a wishlist section where you would have the banner like behind you as like for faction servers and things like that. I think would be fun, but I don't think other mobs need to.
No.
I need to move my light now. The microphone's like blocking all the light from the side of my face. Jeez.
I know. It's great.
Stupid microphone.
Yeah. What's Gabbity saying?
Gabbity is saying, gentlemen, if a village is cared for, protected from mobs, help plant crops and breed animals, etc., it'd be nice if the village chest periodically got restocked. Not with the same stuff as before, but from a loot table. Thoughts? No. Did you already have junk in there anyway? You got like 3 pieces of bread and a packet of seeds. Like, what? No, what's the point?
Yeah, no. Because somebody would just set up a hopper under it, and then we're going to farm villagers not only for iron and for crops and for books, but also all the junk. No.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, you do get some, like, sometimes you'll get iron and diamonds and things like that. That would be a diamond farm, so no, sorry.
No.
And
the mic says, I want to be able to breed parrots. No.
Yeah, why not? Breed everything.
No.
Everything breedable, everything rideable. Why not?
No.
Why?
Because, no.
Why?
No.
Why?
Because.
If you want parrots, it's such a pain. I know you can have like 2 riding on your shoulders at once until you move or jump or go through a portal. Getting parrots back home from a jungle's a pain. Why not be able to breed them when you get home?
Well, pick that up on Mojang.
You can breed villagers.
You can clone a lays or whatever, duplicate them, but sorry, no. Parrots are annoying. I don't like them. They're annoying. Right. You get one around and they heard a creeper once, and all of a sudden all you hear is...
Yeah, I know they are incredibly annoying, but some people, believe it or not, out there, Slack, they do like them.
Well, if some people like them, they can do their own podcast and do their own feedback section and wish list. Yeah, and their own good idea, Ben. As long as our names are on this podcast, you're going to ask me for breedable parrots, I'm going to say no.
Okay, all right. Whoa. Okay, jeez.
I'm on your side. Woo. Just saying.
Woo. Zenon says, change ruined portals so they create a bigger nether infestation, maybe with biomes other than the nether waste. So it could be something like Truly Bedrock Season 3, but not so exaggerated. I don't think we need that, do we? Why do we need that?
No, we don't need it. No.
I don't really like the ruined portals as they are, to be honest with you. They're a pain, but I suppose it's more something better than nothing. But I don't think they need to have more.
No,
sorry.
Bouncy Bell's up next to saying, being able to load resources pack in a world or server.
You can.
Yes. No.
Yes. Oh, while you're in it already.
Yeah. Without having to leave the server. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Good idea.
Yeah. Although the whole refreshing thing works. You know, I talked about that. How if you minimize it and open it again, you may change it.
If you're on a server, they'll just disconnect you from the server.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but on single player it works.
Not the same.
Irish Viking says, give piglins blaze rods for bartering could especially be helpful for players playing on peaceful.
But you just piglins. Peaceful? Are piglins in peaceful?
I would have thought so, yeah, because I guess they're passive if you were. I don't know, actually. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. No, I don't want to give the piglins another trade option. No, they got too many.
No, I'd rather do something else with blaze rods.
Yeah, something new. Yeah.
Yeah. Next.
Xeon is up next. Add a mini game for Legacy Edition on all platforms.
Yes. Yeah, the mini games on a console edition were brilliant. I loved them.
Yep. I did too. They were fun.
There's a reason why they don't exist.
Because that was 4J Studios.
No. They do exist. They all exist. But they're hidden, secret. They are in part of the featured servers, and they are in the marketplace as separate entities and separate things. Every single one of those mini games that you could play might not be the exact same one, but they all do exist. The battles, the flying, the other stuff, they're all there, but just separate. The reason they will never come to the game is because these featured servers in the marketplace exist, which makes Minecraft money. Why give people free stuff when they could go to the marketplace and buy it?
I wonder how much of a cut they get off of featured servers.
I imagine would be probably the same as what they get from the marketplace. I would have thought. I don't know. I don't know, but they were good. And the servers, because it was Xbox running the servers for them, they worked really well. They were good. I do miss those. I hardly ever played console edition, but I did play that a lot. Jeez. Mike in brackets says, put blaze powder in the igloo basement brewing stands as an overworld way to get blaze powder. Make the eye of ender removable from any inactive portal. Make eye of ender removable from any inactive portal frame. Well, I don't think we need to remove the eyes of enders, but I don't. Yeah, blaze powders in the igloo basements might not be a bad idea.
Or blaze powder spawning in any of the brewing stands in villages, in the churches. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think someone else actually had that. I don't know if it's in this wish list or if it was one I skipped because that was there. But yeah, any blaze powder in the overworld then has, any brewing stand in the overworld has a piece of blaze powder in it, yeah? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, jeez.
Or even like half a stack or something like that, or 16.
Well, don't go crazy, Slack.
Oh, yeah, got to make people explore multiple villages. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to inflate that world size.
Yeah, exactly. How are we going to force people to go literally everywhere in their entire world just before we change all of the biomes and do a big update to the world generation if we give them all everything for free? Slack? That just doesn't make sense.
Right.
You've been ridiculous.
Balrog, the king of dad jokes, is up next and says, a wandering enchanting guide that is essentially a wandering enchanting table. Higher chance for higher level spells and multiple, but a rare spawn.
No.
No.
No more wondering anything.
No. Stick to dad jokes.
The Praetor says, probably a very nice wish. Oh, niche wish. But I wish you could have a log of who's been aligned on a realm at a given time frame. For context, we had some rare items go missing recently, and as of this message, I haven't found who took them. Oh, man. I have a login add-on that I need to release, actually, that I made for the BDS, but unfortunately it won't work on realms. Yeah, login would be good, but Mojang are very careful with what information they will share. I guess it's Microsoft with you about other players because... security and privacy and all that sort of thing.
Well,
don't invite people to your world that you don't trust.
Yeah, and it's not logging in the same sense, but every realm is attached to an Xbox club. So you can go view that club and you can see who was online recently there.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a good tip.
Every realm is part of a club. They make an independent club for it, and all members of that club are listed in there. So like when you're on the realm and it's like, upload your screenshot here, all that goes to the club page. But also all the members that are a part of that realm are listed on the club page too. So like if you logged in and then logged out, it'd be like Foxy No Tail was online 1 minute ago.
You could do a really rudimentary login system with WebSockets and then have that feedback to like a Discord or something like that, like I'm doing my login system. Because if you open a WebSocket in any world, as long as you've got administrative privileges on any other world you've joined, it stays connected, right?
Yeah.
So you could run a script on that basically every time a player logs in or logs, because it's only going to, you'd have to leave your client on constantly.
We need better logging. We do.
Okay, next.
Who was that?
Squirrel Runs next.
Squirrel Runs is up next. It says, I would like magma blocks to deal damage on the side as well as the top, similar to cactus. Could be used to prevent spiders from crawling out of trident killers.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the bottom, really. Why not?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yep.
Yeah, good idea. Well done. Look at all these good ideas today. It's fantastic. Gentlemen, says Gabberty, I'd like a new block that floats on water, like a buoy of some sort. It would make building at sea level much more enjoyable. And a breeze to be able to place at the block at the bottom and have it float to the top rather than full on pillar. Thoughts? Now, I think it was Squirrelicious then did like cough, cough, lily pad, cough. But I don't think he means that. I think he means like reverse gravity block. You know, like instead of, you know how sand will fall?
Yeah.
And I, to be fair, don't really see the point in it because you can just put a lily pad down or you can just pillar up from the bottom.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sorry, Gabberty. Can you give us some context of why and where that would be useful? Because I can't see anything in that. Like how often are you at the bottom of the ocean, right? And you place a block that you want to then be at the surface.
Yeah.
Because you got to swim up to it anyway, so you might as well just make a pile of blocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
The mic says they add on or a pack or whatever to give the villager leader a fancy hat.
Yes, not just an add-on or a pack or whatever. Actually, in the game, why not? We need to know who the village leader is for most things. It's great to know which one's in charge. Give him a silly hat. Yes. Why not? That'd be great. Oh, he's in charge. He's got an headband on, or he's got a silly hat on. He's got a cape. Give him a cape. Come on, that's a really good idea. I like that idea. No?
Sure.
Yay, we got one. In full game.
Yeah. As soon as I go to somebody's village, the guy with the hat gets killed. Yep.
Yeah. Jeez. Hey, maybe that's how you could win a raid. Like the pillagers have to kill the guy with a hat. Instead of having to kill the whole village, like the women and children as well.
Obsidian then.
Yeah. It'd be more fun though. Okay, Extreme Game DNA. The Vexes could still get him. Extreme Game DNA says, howdy, gents. With all this talk about new change ideas with Librarian Villager rebalance. No. In the spirit of exploration, idea/team of the last update, why not have a new item/recipe where you collect pages? Each page contains a high end from we had this one the other day. Sorry.
No, we're not making a book. We're not going all around getting a book. No. That also expanded into the bosses in the game should drop the like good enchantments. No. Sorry. Sorry to cut you off short there, Extreme. But no. Quackstar is up next and says, along with being able to have lapis stay in the enchantment table, would also like if carpet could go on stairs or be able to combine a stair and carpet together.
I would like that. I would really like to be able to have stairs and carpet. It would be a really difficult thing for them to code in, to have like that thin layer actually within the same block as the stair block.
Yeah.
But I would like it. I think that would look great.
Yeah, it could be pretty good.
But then, if they're going to do that, why not just give us wall stairs and slabs?
No.
So without the wall stairs and slabs, what about the carpet on the stairs? Good idea or not? Because it is annoying, isn't it? When you're doing a hallway and you're just like, I wish that carpet had come down so I could finish this off.
I will defer to you on this one.
I'm going to say good idea.
Okay.
It's difficult to do. I'm sure that those boffins at Mojang, Jeff could do that. Easy.
Okay. Well, next up we got no, that's you, isn't it?
It's
Or is it
Battle
me?
Chicken.
Battle Chicken. I love that name.
The ancient guard has a skeleton with a spear that can be iron-tipped or andesite-tipped. The armor can be iron or chainmail and can spawn in the ancient cities or strongholds. The warden does not attack. His spear is like a sword with 2 sticks. Thank you for that story. I loved it. Very nice. But we don't know ancient guards. Thank you.
No.
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 Nope.
Stone Ostrich is up next and says, generate brewing stands have between 1 and 5 pieces of blaze powder.
There you go.
True peaceful players. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, we already got it, Stone Ostrich.
Yeah,
Snooze,
you're
you
late
lose,
to the
buddy.
party. Yep.
Do you know what? I'm going to give you that good idea instead of that other one, though, because you got the, yeah, sorry, Mike. It makes more sense. There we go.
Yeah, Mike stole it. Yep.
Yep. Nevergirl 2010 is here saying, hey, Foxy and Slack, me and my best friend are making a subway between our bases and it's taking forever. So I had an idea for a pickaxe that can mine 3x3 area. Maybe it could be called a super pickaxe or maybe a big pickaxe, but it would be expensive and maybe needing netherite or diamonds. Nevergirl 2010 died from mining too much. Now, those exist in modded called hammers, and they are very useful. I do like those. I wouldn't be averse to having hammers in the game, but I don't think they should be able to be insta-mining things. But it would be nice to do, like, just hammer out a 3x3 area, particularly for nether tunnels, because there's no game playing digging out a nether tunnel. It's just something you've got to do, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
to be able to do 3x3 at a time, great.
Okay, 3x3 at a time, but the trade-off would be, like, the efficiency wouldn't work on it. So it would be just like, you could take out a bigger area.
The different level of tool would make it faster, but you didn't get the efficiency effect, yeah?
Yeah. So you couldn't never, like, insta-mine a 3x3 tunnel, just like, brrr, really fast. No,
because that would be crazy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I think it should go fast enough, but not that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
In fact, I'm going to say no. Instead of no, the trade-off is no efficiency. The trade-off is just never fast enough to do. Yeah, never. Well, just never fast enough to insta-mine.
Yeah, never insta-mine. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
So, like, deep slate. But let's be honest. If you were digging in deep slate at a 3x3 at that speed, it wouldn't be as bad.
No, that's true, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I prefer it. Yeah.
So there you go. There's the trade-off.
Hammers, please.
Yeah. All right. Nevergirl is back again. It says, hey, Foxy and Slack. I had an idea for hidden doors or blocks that you can walk through. I like making secret bases. I'm fine with the redstone for hidden doors, but sometimes it's really hard to figure out.
It's supposed to be.
No.
It's a challenge. It's redstone's there not just to teach you or give you access to more fun things to do in the game, but also to like help you learn about, well, not electricity, but making connections, making things work. It's a good thing. No. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Foxy seeing a painting on the wall. He's got to fly towards it to see if there's a secret door behind it or not.
Oh, I've got to. It has to be done. Whether I explode or not, I will know.
Yeah.
The last wish list is from Esifu. It says, quicksand. Some basic interactions as powdered snow, but it occurs in deserts, maybe near jungle temples. If there are sandstorms, then it could even be collected with cauldrons the same way as powdered snow. I know it would annoy people who have resource deserts for sand, but it's just because there are no renewable ways to get sand. Solve that problem with Slack's idea of husks dropping sand. I don't like it. I don't want quicksand. I think it would add an interesting part of the game. I think maybe if it was sort of in, like, grouped in areas rather than just being over the whole desert. Let's say, so it was relatively obvious where it might be. I don't want to just be walking across the desert and then sinking into quicksand. That would be really annoying.
No, that's about how I feel about powdered snow. I hate it.
Yeah, but it is useful for things.
Yeah, well, quicksand could potentially be useful, but powdered snow is just...
If they had uses for it, if you could come up with a good use for quicksand that was actually a reasonable use, other than, I suppose, would you like dry it out with dripstone and turn it into just sand? Would that work? So you do have a renewable way of getting sand?
I don't know. I'm sure somebody could think of a good idea. Right now, I can't think of one.
No, come up with a good reason for having quicksand other than it just being annoying, right?
Yep.
And then we'll consider it.
Yep.
And while you're doing that,
details.
we're going to leave the wish list behind. If you've got a wish and you want it added to the game, we've been guaranteed by the developers of a different game, actually. It was Fortnite. Basically, there's all this good ideas you got. We're going to put into Minecraft when Mojang aren't looking. So if you want your ideas in the game, then let us know by emailing us. Don't email us.
Yeah, don't email us. Don't email us.
Put it on the feedback form or join the Discord. The link's in the description below. I'm going to have to get out of the habit of saying leave us an email. I don't mind if people leave an email, but we never get anything like of any use in there. So it's
my
just
brother
like
likes Fortnite. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, right. It's that time, Slack, where we answer those questions. If you've got a question you're listening to the live show, then please drop it in the live questions channel in the Discord, and we will get to it by the end of the question section, unless you write it too late or we give up looking at new ones.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll start with Locked On LP. He says, hey guys, love the podcast and loving the myth-busting series. My question is regarding the myth-busting episode about XP. I was particularly interested in your findings that when XP clumps together, it resets the 5-minute despawn timer. Would this mean that instead of AFKing in an XP farm, you could run the XP farm, stay close enough for the farm to stay loaded in, go off to do other things, and return every 30 minutes or so to collect the XP? Thanks for all the effort that you put into your content. It's greatly appreciated. The answer to that, Slack, is?
Did they leave something there? Hold on.
Yes, basically.
Yeah, the answer is yes then, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so when the XP starts joining together, the despawn timer just completely evaporates for what it was on and just starts again. So, yeah, that as long as XP is continuing to generate, then and it is able to clump together, it's close enough to each other, then, yeah, it'll just build up and up and up.
Now, something with that to point out, too, is it needs to, if a player's not there close enough, they won't clump together unless you're bringing them all together via water streams or something like that. I did do some testing on that, or not testing, but experimenting the other day. I don't know, it was probably 2-3 weeks ago. It was after we recorded the thing. But on the Guardian farm on the Forever Slackville world that we have, all the XP just gets pumped up in one bubble column in the middle and then just sprays out everywhere. But if a player's not close enough to it, none of it really combines and it will despawn.
But we had it combining. Do you remember when we had the command blocks going and the water coming from both sides to the middle?
Right, but we had it combining via water streams. This just came up and just plopped out and then just sat there.
So if you throw them into like a water stream thing to push them together, so you just need like an XP pool, don't you?
Yep, just an XP pool is all you need. But yeah.
Nice. Cool. Very good.
Rebel Rufus is up and says, hello again, Slack. What is the best brand of root beer in your opinion? Mine has to be Mug. Thanks for the hours of entertainment. This right here, A&W. A&W.
And my favorite brand is, I don't know, because I've only ever had one, and apparently it's the wrong one. So there you go.
Yep.
Thanks, Robo Rufus.
Did he mask your opinion, right?
Yeah, well, why would you?
Yeah, I seen him on there drinking the wrong kind. I don't need to know.
Yeah. Xenon177 says, I listened to the first ever episode of the podcast today and it left me wondering, Foxy, do you still think Mojang shouldn't have added the pillage part of the Village and Pillage update? Also, what made you change your opinion on streaming? Oh, geez, what did I say about that? That's a long time ago. Can anyone remember what I said about the pillage part of the Village and Pillage update? Why wouldn't I have liked that?
I
didn't like them just randomly spawning in and trying to kill you, but then that didn't happen very often. I think it was more like being bothered about making a point that, if I remember correctly, like Woodland Mansions, if Mojang are trying to teach, like, and I don't think it should because it's a game and we go to a game to have a disconnection from real life, not a connection to it. But a lot of companies, Mojang included, seem to be trying to get this connection between real life and a game, which is really irritating. But if they're going to have that, it was bothering me like the Woodland Mansion. If you're teaching anyone anything, it is that you go to someone's house, murder all of the occupants, steal all of this stuff, and then you're victorious. You're the hero. Well, that's not right, is it?
Not when you put it like that, no.
Well, that's what you do. You know, you're going around someone's house, killing them all. They're trying to defend themselves, and then you steal all your stuff, and you're like, "Way, I've conquered the Wandering Mansion." The Wandering Mansion, the Woodland Mansion. You know, there's no good in that. There is for you. You get all that free stuff.
Yeah, and so in return they start
children.
So in return, they start sending out raid parties to, kill all the villages. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this game is really violent.
It is. So I guess it was probably something in line with that about that. And I don't know. I didn't like them fiddling with villagers at the time. I did like the villager system, how it was, but I guess things change. So I can't remember my argument on that. I'm sure if I do remember it, I will have probably changed my mind because time heals all, apparently.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at live chat, and Balrog over there just said, "No more wandering anything." And then the next line, "Wandering mansion, Foxy Hotel." Yeah.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it? A wandering mansion just turns up on your doorstep instead of a wandering trader. Just a mansion appears that you built a village.
Just starts flying in.
Yeah. What made you change your opinion on streaming? My opinion on streaming was that I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to do face cam. I also didn't enjoy watching other people's streams, and I felt it was really hypocritical of me to do it. But then I realized it wasn't to do with me. It wasn't up to what I want to do. Other people wanted to see me stream, and so I tried it, and I actually really enjoyed it. So.
You're all sitting here that see this man right here with the camera on. Me and him had so many talks while recording videos. I will never use a camera, never let my face be shown. Nobody needs to know what I look like. It will never happen. I seen a picture of this man, maybe 2 years before you turned on face cam or anything like that. But the amount of times he's like, no, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. It'll never happen.
Yeah, but then I realized that the longer we do this, the longer we play this game, not necessarily Minecraft, but doing YouTube and content creation, the more we learn.
Yep.
We are learned folks. We are experts in our field because we know more than we did yesterday. And one of the things I learned was that more often than not every time, it's not a complete black or white rule. There is some grey area, but more often than not, a channel with somebody's face, either in the videos or the live streams, I will get more likely to engage with their content, than somebody without. Not always the case, but a lot of the times it is. So I didn't want to be holding myself back unnecessarily just because I was going, well, I don't want to show my face. I was worried that people would see my... I changed so much over the last few years. When I started my channel, it was all about Foxy No Tail being a character. I didn't want people to when I grew up and we watched, I didn't have music TV. There was no music television. So you listened to music, you didn't see it. And I'd go around a friend's house and they'd have cable TV or Sky TV. And I would see all of a sudden the people that were in this band and think, that doesn't sound like them. No, it doesn't look like them. So in your head, when you've never seen that thing, you have already imagined what they look like subconsciously. And when you see it, it can be really jarring. And because I built up this Foxy No Tail as a character, it wasn't me, it was Foxy No Tail.
Yep. I had a mental picture of you that when I saw your picture, it was like, that doesn't fit what I had worked in my head at all.
Yeah, and I just thought it would be really off-putting for people. And it had, things like that had been off-putting to me before. I'd all of a sudden seen a band that I really liked and thought, that doesn't look like it put me off listening to them. And it sounds weird. Oh, you judgmental so-and-so. It's not that. It's just when you've already got this involvement with something, in a context that's totally different to what you're going to have, it can change how you feel about it.
A good example is if you've read a book series and then all of a sudden they made it into a movie or a TV show and you just think they cast all the wrong actor. It's like, no, that's
all the wrong actors that saying like. The words in the wrong ways. And it can really put you off. So I didn't want to put people off. I didn't want people to look at me as me instead of Foxy No Tail. But then, I mean, we're going back years now. It's all changed. Now it's not much for Foxy No Tail. It's all about me, guys. The man behind the mask. What mask? Okay.
Exactly.
What's next? Green Warden, Slack.
It says, where can I find Foxy and Slack's approved wish list they create as they do the podcast together? I'd like to see it written out. Thanks.
It's on the website, theblockupdate.com/wishlist. It's all there. Every single good idea and fun idea is listed on that. by episode and who put in the good ideas bit. No, who came up with it. You're welcome.
Uh-huh.
Gabby says, I'm standing on a solid block and my coordinates are 80 by 100, no, 100 by 80 by 100. What is the Y level of the block I'm standing on? 79 because it's under me, or is it 80 because it's measuring where my feet are? This always confuses me. Thanks for the clarity you can offer. Keep up the great work. It's 79. The Y level of the block you're standing on because it's measured from the bottom of the block.
Yep.
So...
yeah, that's simple. Bouncy Ball's up next. It says, I'm trying to make a custom resource pack. Any good options for making them? I'm on mobile, by the way.
No idea on mobile. Well, I would never even attempt to do anything technical on mobile because I couldn't do it.
It's not my generation. Yeah, no.
I get a headache just trying to edit like photos I use like Lightroom for mobile, and there's another one that I use for editing photos, and I can just about do that on there by dragging sliders and things. If I thought I had to actually like paint, no. Get a computer. Be old like us. Do it properly.
Yep.
The Alien Doctor says, hey, Foxy and Slack. Although it's unlikely, if Bedrock was discontinued, what would you do on your channels? There is another question here as well, but let's answer this one first.
Yes.
I play Java Edition.
Yeah, I play Java.
Yeah. I'm already thinking about starting a Java series anyway.
No way. No way.
What are you?
Yep.
Yeah, and a Bedrock. I got loads of ideas. I just want to do something a little bit different for a bit and watch that fail on my channel as well.
Yeah. Hey, we can do. Yeah, we can do it. Yep.
Okay. The next part is a bit harder to answer, but what do you think would happen or want to happen to Truly Bedrock? Would it become Truly Java? Thanks for a great podcast, Alien.
We've had this internal discussion before, oddly enough, with TB.
Yeah. And I even made a logo for Truly Minecraft.
Truly Minecraft, yep. We have a logo for Truly Minecraft.
Yeah, because whenever we do anything that's not part of Bedrock, everyone wants to play on Java Edition. All little side things to do, want to play on Java Edition. So I was like, well, if we want to still refer to ourselves in that context, it would be a bit silly to have, Truly Bedrock, Flat World Survival in Java Edition on your title. Just throw on a Truly Minecraft logo and call it that. So I guess we'd probably just turn to that.
Yep.
I think we'd lose that massive niche we've got as being one of the few Bedrock Edition SMPs that's actually creating content, but you just have to do what you got to do, wouldn't you? I don't know if it'd hang on. I don't know. I really don't know if it'd hang on. Hopefully, it might even add a new lease of life into it being on Java.
That's an interesting thing in the live chat over there.
What's that?
Archangel of Death just asked, with the new copyright rules, can you still call it Truly Minecraft?
Probably not.
Probably
not.
No.
Ooh, I have to call it Truly Mine dash Craft.
Yep, there you go. That's the answer. Yep.
There you go.
Truly mining and crafting. There you go.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to call it Truly Java. I really wouldn't want to do that because if Bedrock goes away, then Java's going to be the only Minecraft, so it'd be silly to call it Truly Java. I don't know. People still get away with putting Minecraft in their YouTube things.
Yeah, Bedrock's not going anywhere. No.
No, if anything, Java's going somewhere. So,
no.
Okay. Next question.
Yumi Chen?
Yeah.
Is that how you say that one? Says, question, what's your biggest Minecraft or real life dirt moment that still makes you laugh today?
I've never had any.
So I don't know.
Everything I've done has been perfect in the game and very serious.
No.
I can't remember. I've done loads of stupid stuff. Johnny, probably.
That was my first live stream.
That was probably one of the funniest moments I think I've ever had playing Minecraft was Johnny sliding across that slab floor and us flying off into the unforbidden depths below where we couldn't go rescue him.
That same stream was the one we did the hero work for Tiz and we moved to storage. Yep.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Yeah. So do the hero work. We've come up with some good ideas in the past, haven't we?
Oh, God. I don't know. Your name for the slime shop I didn't like.
Foxy Sticky Balls.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, no, that's not going in my video at all. No, that's not going in my
But
video at
they
all.
are. That's what they are.
Oh God.
I'm just defining them by what they are. Just giving them an obvious name.
Man, you started that and I was like, no. The amount of stuff that comes out of his mouth now that makes it into video versus when we started recording together is just, oh my God.
Yeah, but it's like Shrek jokes, isn't it? Like kids won't get it, but adults will look at them and be like, "What? What did they just say?"
I think one of my favorite. Oh God, it was supposed to be Minecraft or Derps, but I'm just reminded back to the one take recording we did, the Mr. Onion skit with the Pebbles thing and the rocket shop and everything. That was just absolutely great. That was hilarious.
Yeah, we was both in stitches over that one as well, weren't we?
Oh my God, the fact that we got that in one take with no retake, it was just absolutely perfect. Because you were bouncing from like computer to computer.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
Didn't even need any cuts, that one. It was smooth, that, wasn't it?
Didn't need no cuts. Like everything just worked. That was great.
For reference, that's Truly Bedrock Season 1, I think, in the shopping area. Was it Season 1? Yeah, it was Season 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, Season 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jeez. Yeah,
Pebbles,
we've had some good times.
You've been making deals behind my back? Huh? No? Hello, Mr. No-Tail. It is nice to finally meet you. It's like, oh my God, right.
I have to watch some of that back because I've forgotten half of what we did. Jeez. We had some fun times with that series. It was one of the best ones, I think. Especially Big Chicken getting married at the end.
Oh, there was one episode. It wasn't a collab, but you logged in and you were having a three-way argument with you, Chuck, and Big Chicken. And I was in the middle of recording an episode, and I turned that into like half of my episode watching you have arguments with your characters in game.
In game chat.
Yeah, and then I was finally, I'm just done. Send help. I'm done. I'm done. I quit. Yeah. Was it something I said? Where did he go? He must have stubbed his toe again. It's like, oh my God.
Send me that. I want to watch that again. Oh, jeez. I wish I could get back into doing that because I did enjoy doing that. I had a real joy for telling stories and doing silly things. I just don't seem to be able to find my way back into doing it. So, jeez. Anyway, we better move on to the next question, which is from Nevergirl, who says, hey, Foxy and Slack. Me and my best friend play on a realm of Bedrock. We're trying to make an XP farm and none of them are working. We tried a spider spawner and found it took hours and didn't work. We tried a normal mob grinder and tried making a creeper farm. It doesn't spawn creepers. Do you guys have any tutorial recommendations? Nevergirl died from trying to make too many farms. We both got a whole bunch of tutorials on XP farms. Then we got Guardian farms, which still my favorite, I think. Villager trading halls, a really good way of getting quick XP if you've got a bunch of emeralds. Raid farms, there's a whole bunch of ways of getting a lot of XP very fast. But if it's early game or something simple you want, I mean, I know you say your spider spawner was slow, but yeah, like a double or triple spider spawner farm or a spawner farm in general.
If you're looking for spawner farms, check a mineshaft out. Typically, you can find a bunch of spider spawners together with other spawners as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Battle Chicken. I love that name. I absolutely love that name, Battle Chicken. I can just see a chicken in armor, war face paint. It's just great.
Like my Duckshot character.
Yep. I'm making an SMP on Bedrock with mods. How would you make it and what time are you live for the podcast?
We go live at 7:30 p.m. UK time every Wednesday. How would you make an SMP Bedrock with mods?
Just
pick which add-ons you want. Make sure they work together. Throw them on the server.
Yep.
Make sure that you've told the world to use those, whichever packs you've added.
Yep.
Make sure you link the resource packs as well.
Yep.
And that should just about do it, I think.
Yep. Seems legit.
Okay. Locked on LP is back saying, hi guys, sorry for being greedy and asking a second question. You will be, Locked on LP. You will be. In a past episode, Foxy mentioned how the menu music annoys him. I agree. My question is, how does Minecraft handle sound files? Is it as simple as locating a particular WAV file or replacing it with a silent WAV file or even reduce the volume level of the existing WAV file? I would find this second option helpful to reduce creeper blasts. I know you can make mob sounds less, but creepers exploding are still too loud in relation to a zombie growl. I have worn coffee a few too many times due to a good old creeper. Thanks for a great podcast. Regards, Locked on LP. It's a tricky one, that, because although the audio files are available, they are recorded in a format that is not accessible to be edited, or they are saved in a format. There
OGG.
are, I think... No, the OGG you can edit, but the ones, the actual sound effects for like mobs and creepers and things like that are not OGG. Is the music still OGG?
Music's still OGG, yeah.
Well, in that case, yeah, you can reduce the volume of the music and put it in there, or you could even make the music silent. But what I was going to say was, any sound effect that, if you can find the name of that sound effect, if you want it to be silent, you can just put a silent file in there, name it whatever that is, .ogg, put it in the right folder, and it will replace that sound with silence. Or, you know, if you make any sound effect, you can replace it with anything. So you would have to get the creeper noise from somewhere else and then save that as a file, whatever it is, .ogg, and put that in the right folder in the right place, and then your creeper sounds would be quieter. But the audio sounds of the entities are, and block sounds and things like that, are encoded in I can't remember what it's called. There are some programs, I think, that will open them, but I can't remember what they are, and I've never managed to successfully make it work. So I just generally, if I need one of the sound effects from Minecraft, I either record it from the sound playing in the game or try and find it online somewhere. Yeah, I'm just going to dig into that while you read the next one.
Yeah, Mossy says, when will Foxy have new marketplace content? I have a son who is nagging to see a certain rail-based map on the marketplace.
Oh, Mossy, the rail-based map had to go in the bin because the rail-based thing doesn't work.
Oh, yeah, that's the one you talked about. What was it, last podcast or the one before where it created lag, wasn't it?
Yeah, the rails themselves was the problem. The FSB file, is the sounds from the sound effects. The rail map itself, obviously, Mossy actually made. I will be doing something with that. I just need to figure out what I'm going to do with it before I can actually put it in the marketplace, because I can't just do nothing. But the little rail system I had working was lovely, apart from the fact I had to do too many workarounds, and therefore it didn't work. Sorry. I'm just trying to find the vanilla music now. Where it is. Sounds, music, menu. Yeah, OG. So all the music's, OGG files, which you can add it. But the FSB ones are a nightmare to get open. There you go. Okay, sorry, Mossy. I'm doing my best. Mossy also says, from my teen, when my... Oh, you've read them both?
No, I read the top one. They're pretty much the same thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, in that case, I'll go into Irish Viking then, who says, is it possible to make an add-on that will put something on screen while you hold something, i.e. a clock that shows current in-game time as numbers? Yes and no. You can't really add anything visual to the screen or the UI. So in order to do that, you have to have really weird sort of floating entities in front of the player that try and sort of stay in front of the player but end up bouncing around if you've got like view bobbing and stuff on, or for field of view changes. There's not really a good way of doing it. No. Title bars, action bars. So you can have like a countdown, but it would come up in that little action bar thing at the bottom above your, So basic text, but no pictures or graphics or anything like that.
And Lucy says, is there a way to re-enable achievements on a world? That goes into a technicality there.
No.
Technically, no.
No, can't be done. No.
Can't be done. No, can't be done.
All I would suggest, totally unrelated, Lucy, totally unrelated, nothing to do with that at all, but what I would suggest that everybody does, just for fun, is open up their level.dat file with a program such as NBT Studio. Might be a good app to open that program to that file. And if you look through the things in there, such as totally unrelated to this question, there's one called Has Experiments Ever Been Enabled? And if it's set to 0, then it says no. And there's one that says Has Been Loaded in Creative.
No.
If it's set to 0, no.
Yeah, it's a very interesting one. Yeah,
totally unrelated. Totally, it doesn't do anything. I wouldn't do that and then save it and put it back into the game file and then have achievements back on. It wouldn't work. Unrelated.
No. It's kind of like a world on an actual server. You know, it's amazing that you can go into creative in a survival world, via a server panel.
Yeah,
and it doesn't affect nothing.
There is a much easier way of doing it.
Oh, there's a lot of easier ways to do it.
Just create a brand new world, right? With the same settings, same seed and everything like that, without turning achievements on, without experiments on, and then just copy the DB folder inside. This is totally unrelated from the question, by the way. There's not how you do it. Just copy that DB folder, delete the one from the new world and copy the one from the old world into that one. The game thinks it's the new world. All of your stuff should still be there. You would be maybe the game time will be different. The weather will be different, but that's about it.
Yeah, but it's just it's interesting.
Yeah, but totally unrelated.
Yeah, unrelated completely. Yeah.
All right, Lucy. The last final question says: in the character creator, can we make our own custom items like shirt or sunglasses? I like the idea of changing single items versus a whole skin. Do you know what, Lucy? I'd love that. So, as a marketplace partner, I can create what they call persona items, which are the things you can put on, but you cannot add them to your skin. You can only add them to the base skins in Minecraft, which you can change the color of and give them different eyes and mouths and stuff, but it sucks. I really want to be able to add like a custom hat onto Foxy No Tail or have some nice boots or a nice shirt. It'd be great to have my character, but being able to wear any of those things. And I don't understand why you can't do that. Why can't you use your skin and then have the fun stuff from the marketplace on there?
I don't know.
It would be nice.
Yeah, would be. Yeah. I don't know why you can't do it. Yeah.
No, I'm sure there's some crazy reason. I have no idea what it is, but it don't work. So there we go. That's it. End of questions, which you know what that means, Slack.
That's all, folks?
Pretty much. If you would like to ask us a question for next week, you can do by filling in the feedback form on the website or joining the Discord. The links are in the description below. Don't forget that we are supported by Patreon. If you really enjoy this, go to patreon.com/theblockupdate and give us all your money. Don't just waste a bit. Put it all in there. It'll be safe. It's like an investment. You
Every
just
bit of it.
Won't get any of it back.
The higher the tier, the better. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you could make your own tier, maybe. I don't know. You can.
Yeah, you can override those usually. Yeah,
just put as much, like all of it in, all of it, everything. Like consider it like a mortgage, but instead of paying for a house that you get to keep at the end of it, you're paying for a house.
Yeah, I like that. That sounds good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Jeez, Slack, what are you going to be doing this week?
Nothing.
Thinking about adding 7 days to your.
Yeah, that's about it.
I'm going to try very hard to stream tomorrow. However, this was yesterday as the podcast comes out. I probably won't because I'm getting a skip tomorrow, so I'm going to be very tired. So chances are won't be streaming until next week. Hopefully, me and you get together on Friday.
Hopefully, shouldn't have no reason not to.
Yeah,
myth busting. Need content.
Myth busting.
Need content sometime.
Exactly, yeah. So hopefully we'll have some videos coming out next week as well.
Sounds good.
I will also, oh my goodness me, Slack. Oh my goodness me, on Friday, after you recorded with you, guess what I'm going to be playing, that I'm probably going to be playing for the next 6 months?
The new space game that everybody and their brother's already been showcasing off to the point that I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of it. Starfield, I can't wait. I've got that on pre-order. Hopefully I'll get that up and running by, I think it's probably evening time in the UK it comes out. Maybe, I don't know, we'll have to find out. Well, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to be starting to record it that day, so Duckshot videos should be coming out from that a few days after that, which would be great. So, yeah, again, if you want to get in touch, don't bother emailing us because no one does, and we just sort of skim through them. So fill in the feedback form because I see all of those, and fill in the Discord because I see all of those as well.
Yep.
Thank you all very much for listening. I'm going to say the same thing that we say at the end of every single podcast, and that is if your microphone only works pointing down, then maybe get a new microphone that works pointing upwards.
Oh, wait. So that means I'd have to put mine like that? Is that right? Is that going to mess with the editing if I do while we're recording, does that mess with the editing, Foxy?
You only actually disappeared once when you did that.
Okay. Right, so I'll get an actuating arm and just have it do this from now on when we're recording. Does that sound good?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Glad you approve.
Bye.